Massive energy here on finals day, the Corona Cero Open, and an expectant crowd looking forward to our third quarter. The matchup will see the iconoclastic M.Mignot. He's been unapologetic in surging through the rounds, taking names here.
Toledo, let's see what he has down the line, taking it easy at first, and there you go, the whip that we expect from Filipe Toledo. And you can see his turns in comparison to Marco, just on this opening exchange, a little bit more abrupt, a little bit more acute, a little bit quicker for Toledo. He's got inside section through here. And again, this is just Filipe just, feeling himself out, I feel, Paul, out of the gate on this opening ride. But he will have the advantage on this opening exchange.
Just the energy and the giddiness that Filipe brings when he's up and riding on his feet. He's so unpredictable and so good, especially at this wave. And just the way he has a read on this, it's something special. You never know what you're going to get, but when you do and just see him unleash the way he does, it's really special. I mean, that carve was so hard and so strong, so on edge on that rail there. This is exactly what everyone talks about when it comes to J-Bay. How hard are you putting your board on rail? Look at that entire outside fin out of the water. It was those back two doing all the work, just leaning over that rail over his heels. A lot of risk in that as well, but he just makes it look easy and effortless there.
Confidence as well. This is how he started off this particular heat.
Yeah, Marco, a rookie as well, and just came into this wave just looking so comfortable, and it turns like that showcase how just in awe he is of this wave, the relationship he has with it really early on as well. Really nice lines to kick off this heat for Marco. Just timing his waves really beautifully, drawing out that carve, holding that rail a little bit longer, and just really hoping for something special through this inside. Actually tucks into a bit of a barrel. Love that we're getting a little bit of cover up, but it just clipped him coming out of this one.
Let's see what went wrong here. Looks like Marco gets under the lip and everything looks like it's fine. This actually should be an easy barrel. Gets a little bit over his toes here for a slow down for that second section. And I just think as he was trying to slow down, there you go. Actually back foot slips off and kind of does the cockroach out of it. In this matchup is going to be interesting, Paul, because both Marco and Filipe have an exceptional air game. We'll see if they go to the air.
Toledo swinging here. We'll watch from above as he opens up, carves tight in the pocket. The patience from him, waiting for the exact moment to unleash and it unload again and whip out the tail. His surfing tells a story. He makes it dramatic. And then he'll go full upright and just kind of cruise through and inside. And then he'll go grab the wall, stall, get covered, come out with speed, another pump for more speed and a pull through the back. So two waves quickly for Filipe Toledo, and in full flow right there. What a sight it is to behold in J-Bay in these kind of conditions.
Bring something like that to this heat and this event this year as well.
Toledo from second prio. There's a little speculative look. It's a softer wave. There's a quick squeeze out the back, a little playful float section, and then still whipping on a rail, almost loses the back foot. He looks very relaxed, Kaipo. Yeah, it's been the Toledo loving thus far. Let's see what Bogos M.Mignot can do about that right here. He'll slice in and he'll snap high in the pocket and cover ground. Nothing rushed from him. Stand on the tail a little bit. Get nice and steep. Toledo might get a bit doused in that brisk offshore as he throws buckets of spray now. Opening up with that carve and extending and holding it. Beautiful combos. Will slice off the bottom and sluice off the top. And again, keeping great rhythm and energy throughout this ride. He'll get a snap to finish as well. And some of the loudest people on the beach, his dad and his coach, they're enjoying it.
Be the highest score so far in this heat. It's just the quality of turns are beautiful. The projection on the bottom turn you see here is really nice, and just easing up, not really trying to oversurf the wave. You can see him just stomping on the tail, stalling the board for a bit, and then go for the attack towards the end as the wave steepens up here.
just the way he's opening up through his carves as well and giving us so much variety to talk about. Really tight in the pocket there for Marco, keeps his speed throughout the wave. And note, this is one of those smaller mid-sized ones, has a great pace to it, lays into that finish. He found those waves similar to what we saw Molly tapping into, where she only stood up on her feet twice, but capitalized on these mid-sized ones. I mean, so perfectly timed in every single pocket that came his way for Marco. I mean, this was really beautiful surfing. He took down Jordy Smith at his home break. I mean, what's to say he can't take down Filipe, who is arguably one of, if not the best here at this wave ever. So Marco, he's showing that he means business and he's here to stay.
Slow motion, you can see just the torque right there, and the bottom dropping out from under him. Regains control, a couple of pumps off the bottom again to wipe some of that speed, opens up the shoulders, gets the arm right out in front.
Because of all that ribs that are going through the wave, looks like Filipe is taking off on a bomb right now, kicking out to get priority. But yeah, like you see all that whitewash created from this big sets coming. Every wave kind of looks incredible, but some of them are going to be a little bit cleaner, and they can be a little bit more precise on the performance and get rewarded better scores. And looks like Filipe is on a bomb that's going to double up on the inside. That thing's stretching out pretty nicely.
Yeah, thanks, Jesse. Toledo picking it up here. He just took a big wave that broke wide and then put him in position to snaffle this thing. Most of this work is kind of preparatory, so he hasn't really been able to find a steep section. This one's pushed wide. We saw a couple of these earlier. Now it'll get steep and it will run, and he's got the speed to match it, and he'll go inside a tube drive in Toledo. He's covering ground and sections. Can he emerge? He absolutely can. The crowd are roaring to life here. Toledo just going through a deep section. He had so much speed to bring into that, and he needed it as well. We talk about how technical this tube can be here. He's fired up.
Coming into play here. This one being a larger set wave, breaking really wide, so not a lot going on, but Filipe knew what was going to happen down the line, so he's just setting himself up, buying his time here. And this is the impressive part about Filipe Toledo, and just the read that he has on this wave, knowing that the double up is coming here sooner or later, and he's going to have an opportunity to pull into the barrel. And then now he's just got to get on the gas pedal. It goes from slow cutbacks to like on the gas pedal all the way through their second section, goes high and comes out. That's excellent surfing.
Wow.
That is excellent surfing.
Watching the start of this wave, I was thinking, oh, it's one of those bigger, wider ones that's got a really slopey wall to it. And then he just found this on the inside, put the gas on, started racing through this. Look how open and hollow that barrel is. So much speed and technique through that. And he loves it. And if Filipe loves it, you know it's got to be something good, because this was clutch.
This is why it's excellent. It's excellent because he made this first section, and then he had the wherewithal to go high and get that second section right there. That is what made an excellent, from a very good score to an excellent score for Filipe Toledo.
Held aloft. The judges assign him 8, 6, 7 now. Crucial wave for Mignot. He needs to get involved here. He'll need to go excellent himself, and he'll go lay back. Nice aggression from him. And he'll keep slicing, keeping the speed up as well, and just making regular visits up high in the pocket. Let's see how this stretches out, because still needs to do some work if he wants to go excellent right now. There's a good hit with a little hang time and an air drop down. And he'll keep the variety onto this inside section, into the lip, and he hits it. Maybe got there. The timing just touch off. He'll kick that away.
Because the scores that he's getting are fairly suppressed. So he's going to need to have a completely different kind of line, or a little bit more flair in his surfing to get and catch up to a Filipe Toledo.
I really loved that first turn. Came round and put it on rail again. He's got really nice pace on this wave, actually. And with this wave in general, look at this bottom turn, so drawn out. Held it for a long time. Laid into that carve here, and then starts to get vertical in the pocket. That bottom turn there, he held that for so long. Great technique when it comes to Marco in this wave. Came to that section section, almost a little lateral, which put him in a bad position.
Kind of that promise. I was looking for Marco just to bring some fireworks, but it's just been tough, out of rhythm, and he's going to really, he's way back in a corner right now, 6.5 minutes, and needs an extra score. Now when you see kind of that, when he like looks through people type of vibe with Filipe Toledo, that's when you know he's on.
Mignot needs to get busy here, needs a big number. He'll try and get tubed on a tight section. It's a pretty almondy high barrel on a smaller wave. It would have looked nice. That would have felt nice. 871 is the number. Another big crack though. Let's see what this wave does through here. Another big hit with some drift as well, but a little too much. And it's the kind of wave we talk about how hard some of these sections are to kind of control. Unable to get the completion.
Really tight turns in the pocket. He's looking for the barrel as well, so he's trying to put everything on the table and show that he's got a lot to offer. Love these two turns here. Really tight and crisp in the pocket, but something to note, it is one of those smaller waves. Yes, it has a beautiful pace. It's got a lot of steep sections to it, but it's a bigger wave. There's a barrel. It's high risk, so Marco may be needing to dial in the wave selection a little bit more.
Mignot will go again here.
Yeah, already calling for the ski. Knows that the clock is getting...
They know exactly what they're doing.
Toledo on a smaller wave here. And after sitting for ages, he'll decide just to use this as a block in case Mignot gets any ideas. He'll just go through the motions here. And him going through the motions is actually very high quality surfing. And he'll just swing around and serve in a little bit of notice there and look to bring it in. So he'll be through to semi-finals again here. His record is just crazy at Jeffreys Bay. Marco Mignot, decent event for him overall. I think he'd be a bit disappointed with the way that one went down. No disgrace in losing, of course, to Toledo. His numbers are absolutely crazy here.